Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Popovich, and welcome to Bookworms Fear Street Retrospective, looking at R.L. Stine's classic YA 90s horror series, Where Your Worst Nightmares Live. 2 years ago, I talked about The Best Friend. In my review, I said I almost called it great, but the only thing holding it back for me was the backstory of the villain, Honey. If Stine did anything to answer that question, I would have been happy to call it a great Fear Street book. Turns out I was not the only one, but instead of my complaint, the fans at the time wanted Honey to be punished. So Stine asked his fans to write up a summary about what should happen, and now we have the sequel, and it's... yikes. This is book number 50, The Best Friend 2. Or... the short version of this review is I don't like the sequel, mainly because the ending destroys any good the previous book had and any potential this book squandered. The main plot goes as so. It's been a year since Honey nearly destroyed Becca's life. This is already bad. The first book ended with Honey killing Becca's boyfriend Bill and putting the blame on her, leaving us on the dark note that the two will be best friends forever and ever and ever. This beginning shows that something happened to reverse that, but hell if I know what happened, the book certainly doesn't tell us. Becca is starting a new school in a new town next to Shadyside, and whatever happened over the year, she seems to be recovering. I had to admit that it felt good to be back in school, doing classwork like a normal high school student. Sure, I felt nervous, but I felt happy too, and excited. Maybe there are some new friends in here for me, I told myself. Maybe I'm going to meet some terrific new kids. She does, and may have found a new love interest too, but she is still haunted by Bill's death. Oh no! A low moan escaped my throat when I saw what I had done. I stared in shock at my forehead, my cheeks, my chin, at the name Bill, 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 scrawled in brown nail polish all over my face. She struggles but works to control on it. She lives on as she meets up with an old friend from Shadyside. Why did they call you Becca? He demanded. I stared back at him. Excuse me? He grabbed my arm. Did you tell them your name was Becca? He asked heatedly. Honey, are you pretending to be Becca? What's going on? Yep, it turns out that Becca is actually Honey and Becca is still living in Shadyside. When her secret is revealed, she runs away, but Becca knows Honey is out hunting for her. Also, it turns out Bill is alive and all her friends are okay, but the events of last year have made it hard for Becca to really socialize with them. As the horrors of Honey haunt her, will she lose more than just a friend? Am I losing my mind? I ask myself. Am I going to keep seeing Honey everywhere? The cover is okay. The picture of Becca smiling within a broken picture frame while Honey side-eyes her is an unsettling image. The only thing that hurts it for me is the colors for the cover are too bland. It looks like everything is muted, which makes it look boring. But it's okay overall. The book you demanded. I did not demand this! So the reason I hate this book is that the ending ruins everything. Mainly because it turns out Honey isn't the real bad guy here. Oh, she hurts Becca and stalks her, but most of the time we don't see her to only find out that she was taken care of off page. No, really. The villain of both books is arrested, and it happened off page. Because the real villain is one of Becca's old friends, because she thinks Becca ignored her during her recovery, and Bill since he hates how they aren't together, even though Becca has panic episodes whenever she's around him. Why did we need to have a new villain? Wasn't the whole reason you had this contest was so people can tell you what should happen to Honey? And the one you pick is the one that happened off page? The only good things I can say are the opening reveal of Honey pretending to be Becca is actually clever, and we do learn Honey's background as to why she is doing all this. Which you should have put in the first book, because outside of those two things, this sequel is pointless! You had so many different ways to go with, and you wasted it on a book that ruins both. Thank you for wasting my time. What about you guys? What are your thoughts on The Best Friend 2? Let me know in the comments. Give a like if you enjoyed the video. If you want to read it yourself, I left buying options below. And don't forget to subscribe as the final Fear Street novel arrives. Till next time, have a scary day.